Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. Hope you are having a fantastic day. In this video, I want to share a post-burn review of Yankee Candle Banana Cream. Now, normally when I review a candle here on my channel, I like to have the candle lit so that we can all enjoy a little peaceful ambiance while I am flapping my gums behind the camera here. But for this review here, I decided to leave the candle unlit so that we could take a closer look at what was happening with this one in terms of the overall burn quality. I will say, I feel like out of this last Yankee Candle haul, where I mostly tried to focus on the 3 wicks because I hadn't tried those yet, I would say more than half of the candles have done pretty well. Definitely enjoyable experience, acceptable strength and throw. Would I like more strength and throw? Always. But I feel like that's just, I don't know, that might be a personality trait at this point to want more. But yeah, like for the most part, I've had a pretty positive experience, but there were definitely a couple where the wicks seemed to deteriorate, banana cream being one of those. And then one of the fragrances just was not quite what I was expecting, but that's fine. Like the candle burned fine. It just wasn't quite what I was expecting post-burn. But there were definitely a couple where I was kind of wondering, like, what am I doing wrong here? Because I didn't really change my style or approach to burning the Yankee Candle 3 wicks. I definitely went with the recommended number of hours that you should burn these 3 wicks. You know, I made sure to trim the wicks properly. I even started wiping the wicks with a paper towel just to remove a little bit of that excess carbon residue. But it seems like no matter what I was doing, a couple of these 3 wicks were just kind of struggling no matter what. So overall, I would say that I have a pretty positive impression of the Yankee 3 wicks. But I'm definitely disappointed in the 2 that are dotting out on me. And I was really kind of bummed about this particular fragrance because this banana is so realistic. This reminds me of a dessert that I make multiple times this summer. In fact, I just made it last week. It's a huge hit with our neighbors when we share dinners together. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the dessert, all of it here in a second. But yeah, this was one of those Yankees where I was kind of struggling. I'm anxious to hear what your guys' experience is with this one, if you've had a chance to try it. If you've tried it in a different format, did you have a better quality burn? Definitely let me know. I would repurchase this just based off of the fragrance alone, but I don't know that I would go the 3 wick route again. So anyway, if you're interested in this one, I'll link it at the top of the description box, but let's go ahead and dive into the actual review here. As always, I'm gonna dive straight in with the scent story. Then we'll go through the top, middle, and base notes. After that, I will tell you how my nose interprets this fragrance. I'll also tell you what dessert this particular scent reminds me of. The link for this dessert recipe will be in the description box. You should definitely try it. So easy, so incredibly good. Then we'll dive into the overall strength and throw. And then lastly, we're going to address this burn quality, which is where this banana cream has been struggling quite a bit. All right. Let's start with the scent story. This creamy fragrance whips together scents of sliced bananas, vanilla custard, and a dash of lemon lime notes in sweet, satisfying indulgence. Okay, there are some notes here that are listed that I don't smell at all. First being that lemon lime, but anyway, sorry. Let's go through the top, middle, and base notes. At the top, we have banana cream. We have ice cold lemon, and then we have lime. So those are the top notes. The mid notes are banana ice sorbet, And then at the bottom, we have chocolate and vanilla. So let's first discuss the notes that I don't smell in here at all. And I would love to know if you detect these particular notes, because I don't know where they could possibly be hiding. But I smell absolutely zero lemon in here. I smell absolutely zero lime, and there is no chocolate to be found. I don't know where they're hiding the chocolate. I think it would be delicious, because how good are chocolate covered bananas? They are absolutely delightful. So yeah, chocolate mixed in with this would be amazing, and they should definitely consider doing that, but there is no chocolate in this fragrance. So what do I actually smell? Okay, this to me smells exactly like the Magnolia banana pudding, which is this viral recipe for this banana cream pudding that is just so incredibly delicious. And that is exactly what I smell here. This smells exactly like that dessert when I make it. So you smell the freshly sliced, authentic bananas. This is a very real banana fragrance note here. It's not candied. It's not banana Laffy Taffy. It's not banana runts. It's a very authentic, sliced, perfectly ripe banana. Not too ripe, but not too green. Just perfectly ripe in the middle before you get any of the little spots on your banana. That's the banana that I smell here. Now, banana ice sorbet, I don't know about that. This doesn't smell like a particularly cold fragrance to my nose, if you will. Like, I don't get any ice cream or icy vibes from this at all. Banana, yes, but yeah, no, nothing other than that. I do very much get a vanilla custard note here, as well as just a like vanilla bean type vibe. So yeah, it really does just smell like the dessert, where you have that delicious vanilla custard with the vanilla bean. So really, really authentic vanilla, nice and thick, but not cloying, not overly sweet vanilla cream at all. The banana, like I said, is perfectly ripe. It's not overly sweet. It literally smells like, here, let me lift this up. Do you see this picture here? It smells like this picture. So there is no chocolate, there is no lemon, there is no lime. So that just, I don't smell that in here at all. Does the fragrance smell like the dessert? Yes, it does. I feel like the only thing that it's really missing is the Nilla wafer type note. So you're missing that like crunchy cookie note here, but like the actual like bulk of the dessert, which is the bananas and that vanilla custard, that is what you are smelling here. It's incredibly creamy. It's rich, it's decadent, it is not overly sweet. It's perfection, you guys. This is an amazing fragrance. There's not a thing that I would change about it, other than if they could maybe tweak it to either add that chocolate in or add that like crunchy Nilla wafer note, because that would make this like a absolute rock star fragrance. But as it stands, it's a great scent. Strength and throw. Listen, this one was light. Not unscented, but definitely light. The strength of this I would put at max about a 4, which for a 3-wick, it should really do better than a 4 in terms of strength. The throw, I would probably also put somewhere between a 3 and a 4. It doesn't travel too terribly far from where I placed this. So I've tried it in the kitchen. I have tried it here in the entryway. Honestly, it does the best here in the entryway, because this is my little fragrance vortex where whatever I put here, it tends to kind of get swirled around, and it just kind of intensifies whatever fragrance I'm struggling with. So this is a great location to put candles. But even here in the entryway, like it's just not a powerhouse fragrance. Do I wish it was? Yes, this is one of those that definitely leaves me wanting more. in terms of strength and throw. I don't think this necessarily has to be a lighter fragrance. I've definitely smelled some stronger banana scents in the past, but this one is definitely quite light in terms of strength and throw. So that is great for those of you that are looking for a more subtle home fragrance experience. And there are people like that out there. I know that sometimes, you know, especially those of us that like a lot of strength and throw, we like a lot of fragrance from our home fragrance products. It's baffling to those of us that like that approach to home fragrance to think about somebody wanting a lighter experience. But a lot of people are more sensitive to fragrance. You know, they deal with headaches that can come on from certain scents or certain home fragrance products. So some people have to be a little bit more mindful about their approach to home fragrance. And this type of candle, I think, is perfect for people like that, where they're just looking for a nice, subtle background fragrance that is never going to be even remotely headache inducing. This is great for those people. But if you are like me and you normally want something that could potentially be headache inducing, this just is not that. So yeah, strength and throw wise, this is lacking. But let's talk about my real beef with this candle, which is what it looks like right now. So we can tell here what my complaint is gonna be, right? Do we see this wax? This is not meant to be a dual colored wax. I mean, wax pool, right? Incredible, like top-notch wax pool here, quite substantial. However, and this is with a 3.5 hour burn, you guys. I got a wax pool that was this deep. But look at the original wax color and look at this. When I actually have this lit, this wax looks almost black. Not quite as black as the wax for the last candle that I reviewed, but this is pretty dingy and dark. You can see all of the little like, do you see that little black mark there? All of those little black particles were just floating around in the wax, and it just completely discolors it. When I hold this up really close to my eyes, I can actually see the individual little black particles, and I really think it is from these wicks. These wicks are deteriorating. That's what's happening here. I have not trimmed these wicks at all. The very first burn or two definitely had some big mushroom tops, and then those just stopped, and I was left with these wicks here, which are so short, and they just don't look like they're doing well. Like I can feel when I touch them, like they feel kind of brittle in a way. And they're, even if I wipe them, you guys, because I did do that before this last burn, I will take a paper towel and gently kind of wrap it around the wick and then very gently pull up a couple times with the paper towel. Obviously before this is ever lit, because, you know, fire hazard, but like you can remove some of that carbon residue by doing that. And that way, hopefully that doesn't fall back into the jar here. But a lot of times that works incredibly well for me, but not here. Like the wicks just kept deteriorating and kept making this wax darker and darker. So it's not like there's a bunch of soot necessarily on the side of the jar. Like that's not what's happening here. I mean, sure, my finger might be a little dingy, but it's not like puffs of soot, right? Like this is like the soot is just falling straight back into the wax. And surprisingly, I'm really surprised at this. I'm just sticking my nose into it just to make sure. But the wax still smells exactly the same. A lot of times when something like this happens, it can change the fragrance, but it has not. So what am I gonna do with this? Well, at this point, honestly, I am gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna end up putting this into a candle crock, because I'm not gonna continue to burn it. It's pointless. It's not very potent to begin with. I think I'll get a stronger fragrance experience by melting all of this wax at once. Luckily, the fragrance hasn't been altered by the carbon residue falling into the wax yet. So I can still salvage this and still get my quote unquote money's worth out of it. I'm not returning this. I could. I mean, I have a Yankee Candle that is about 45 minutes from my house, but am I gonna drive all the way over there? No, I'm just not. I mean, occasionally when I do deliveries on that side of town, I will drive past the mall where we still happen to have a Yankee store. But, you know, like, I don't know, a lot of times I just don't want to stop. Like, I'd rather just go back home, or a lot of times I have to go back to work. So I just don't have time for that necessarily. So yeah, I mean, do I wish this performed better? Absolutely. If I had a store closer to me, would I think about bringing it back? Probably, maybe. I would at the very least take it in and be like, yo, what's happening here, guys? I used to love to go into my local Yankee and banter with the sales associates there, because they always hired the coolest people at my local Yankee. I was so bummed when that store went away, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, for what it's worth, those are my thoughts regarding the banana cream. I like this so much. I like the fragrance enough to probably try it again in the future in a different format. Quite frankly, at this point, I think I might go back to the 2-wick tumbler jars. I don't know why people don't like those jars. They worked out, honestly, a lot better for me as a whole, I would say, than maybe the 3 wicks from Yankee here have. But yeah, I don't know. I like those 2-wick tumblers, so I'll probably do a mix. I might check reviews and see which of the 3 wicks perform well. And then if they don't perform well in the 3-wick, I'll just get the 2-wick tumbler. But yeah, anyway, for what it's worth, you guys, those are my thoughts. I would say maybe consider staying away from it. I don't know. Try a different format. There you go. That's my advice. Try it in either the 2-wick tumbler, try it in the original jar. I think they have a small tumbler. You've got some options. So, all right. I can't wait to see what your guys' experience is with banana cream in the comments below if you have tried it. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe if you are new. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.